Welcome back to the second part of MoAre5 Grand Finals. Can see 4 games played, and we have Viper with a Rise of the Raja civilization left and TaToH Forgotten Empires. Question is, what are you going to do? Viper going to take Burmese or Malay? That's pretty much the only 2 options, and depending on your style, you're picking one or the other. And how do you counter that with Forgotten Empire civilization? Are you going Incas to get Eagle Warriors out against the monks, maybe? Not sure if that's the best choice. Or do you go Italians, go with Monk Rush, Conquerors, whatsoever? Indians, not really the best choice, I guess, here overall in Arena. Still good economy, but can you really defend from Burmese or Malay? And then we also have Magyars and Slavs, both probably not the best choice here. We have Viper, Burmese actually, makes sense for him, I guess he prefers them over Malay, and TaToH going Italians. So we are going, or I'm expecting to see some Monk Rush here, maybe Conquerors with relatively fast Imperial Age 3 TCs for TaToH. And I guess Viper is not going to go 1 TC all in, that's not his style. He's usually not doing that. He's doing it sometimes, I guess, but on tournaments he likes to play with a good economy, I guess. Let's go for the maps here. Viper's map actually pretty good. Main gold, safe in the back. The second gold safe in the back. You have the second stone also safe, extra gold inside his base, and Viper cannot see that yet. He can see the stone, he may find that extra gold later on. He then got the third gold outside, but on the far side it's alright. I think he should be able to get this later on if he can get some map control on really close to his base. Of course, Viper can see all the relics already with the Burmese bonus. And we have both players on the way to Feudal Age now. Viper main stone forward on the side here, but I guess it's not the biggest problem having a stone safe in the back. Another really close to his base, and this one in between the 2 players. You can see TaToH's map here in blue, not so far away. This might favor the player who's rushing here. We have the second stone outside for TaToH, got a second gold safe in the back. We have TaToH with an extra gold and I think an extra stone even, which he didn't scout. That's too bad. I should have gone a little bit 2 tiles more, than we would have seen that. But it should not be game-changing, I guess. Usually Italians don't really need so much stone. You don't really go for Chinese crossbowmen. I guess the meta on that has still to be determined. When do you use them on Arena? Not sure about that. Main gold, actually on the far side here in the bag, which is quite good. We have the second gold and the main stone inside. Actually, it's the third gold, also inside. It's forward, but inside. Forward here, quite far outside. And we have one really close to his base, and this one in the neutral zone. Both players are up to Feudal Age. We're going to see Market Blacksmith here from TaToH. And Viper probably doing the same thing. Yeah, Blacksmith coming up. Market, sorry, and Blacksmith also. So both players going for a pretty standard FC. No military units, no military... I don't know how I made what the hell were you talking about? I had 5 more HP. I guess that was about the scout fight here where TaToH lost the scout. I think I saw this little part on the stream, or actually both players discussed after the grand finals, after the games were played. I think Viper just said no idea how that happened. TaToH saying I don't know either. Hacks, clearly, yes, of course. But right now we have a very interesting game 5 coming up. Carter coming in from Viper, because why not? TaToH will be on Castle Age first. Viper 4 villages on gold. TaToH actually with 6-7 villages on gold. Looks like TaToH wants to go aggressive here. Is up faster, which makes sense than to go with at least 1 double monastery and possibly a siege workshop. The thing is, Viper will have free wood upgrades and he will have way cheaper monk upgrades. Heavy plow coming from Viper. He had a lot of food left, probably TaToH in Boso now, which makes sense. We have double monastery up. Viper doing a TC on the main gold. Another TC on the woodline in the second gold. Beautiful to see here. He's going with 1 monastery and a second monastery coming up as well. Got 300 gold in the bank, so he can go for a few monks and also for those monk tags, probably atonement and sanctification coming really soon. TaToH sending the first 2 monks out, probably. Yeah, he's gonna try and grab, as many relics as possible. Also going to try and convert that scout from the Viper. Yes, starting. Atonement coming in from Viper immediately. And you can see Atonement being finished 17-15. So Viper is going to start and try to convert that monk. And look at this. This is just crazy. The monk with the relic inside. But TaToH will have Atonement soon, so he should be able to reconvert that monk. Viper trying to drop it out through the gates here. Can he actually hop this relic out? No, it's not going to happen. TaToH reconverting and getting the first relic in. But both players with Atonement. That means we're going to see an aggressive game with the monks in early cast stage. Scout moving out to try and take down one of the monks. Actually very successful. And Viper also converting a monk here. 2 monks. Wow, TaToH only getting 1. This is not good. The scout may be able to take another monk down, and only now Viper suiciding the scout. Very, very cost effective here for the Viper. Only one monk left for TaToH. This is terrible for him. Viper with a really nice fight here. Had the better conversions, not sure if it was luck or skill. Probably a little bit of both. Viper also doing redemption now, which makes a lot of sense. And Viper had 3 TCs up and running. In the meantime, of course, while the players are monk fighting in the middle, they are going to try and get their eco in the best shape possible. Siege Workshop on the way from TaToH, and TaToH doing a watchtower on that forward 3rd gold and another watchtower on the main stone. Interesting to see. He's going with 1 TC, so this might get dangerous. The thing is, TaToH will be able to go up to Imperial faster, of course, with cheaper ups for Italians, and then try probably for monks and possibly conquered heroes. Not sure about siege. Can really do siege with Italians. You don't get chemistry so easy. Need a university, you need a lot of resources, and then wait for the bomber cannons. I think Italians did have the bomber cannons. Now Viper is saying, yeah, I'm expecting a fast and British. Let's go for some stables. We are going to face monks here, so why not defend that? Not with only monks, but add an army in, add some light cav in, which is coming right now. Redemption coming in again for the Viper. Did he cancel that upgrade early on, maybe? I don't know. Viper low in resources, but 65 villagers. He's taking stone as well. I think 3 TCs, not 4 TCs. No, he's going for stables now. And we are going to see TaToH halfway up to Imperial Age with 3 monasteries and a siege workshop up. Viper moving forward, converting the house. Ooh, that means TaToH is going to have an open base, and Viper could actually try and go in, convert some monks before they're getting too powerful with the Imperial Age upgrades. And maybe even lose the light cav to go in. Yeah, TaToH advancing, moving forward immediately, getting 1 monk for free and suiciding it. But now moving back just in case the castle coming up, protect the main stone and also the 3rd gold. And Imperial Age soon to be done. TaToH, a reasonable amount of gold. Few houses coming up, the monks and light cav now moving in. This could be interesting, but TaToH should be able to get that castle up, even though 1 or 2 villages might get converted. Yeah, that village is probably going to die soon. And Viper going back here, block burning elimination, and now wheelbarrow coming in from TaToH. He's not going for any barracks yet, so we're not going to see conquered heroes. He doesn't really have the economy to do that. 39 villages only, and Viper, in the meantime, could still go for light cav, got a lot of resources, so will be able to click up soon. Actually, he's got those 6 light cav alive and patrolling the open field, I guess. Maybe gonna try and snipe a few of those monks later on. First trebuchet coming out from TaToH. He's gonna try and move forward. The thing is, Viper has doubled the economy, and he will be up to Imperial Age in a reasonable time. Fortified wall coming in. I love this upgrade. It's really smart. We've seen it by Stark a few times, and it's gonna delay TaToH's attack by so much. Viper also saying, yeah, that's my 3 relics. I want to get them back into safety. Or does he have 4? I don't know. Maybe he's missing 1 relic. Actually, oh yeah, there it is. There's the monk taking the last relic here. A monasteries will go down, but Viper with the monastery coming up in the back here. Double monastery actually up in the back. University there to be able to click up to Imperial Age. And TaToH doing Bracer now, which is interesting. Not sure, is that for the watchtowers only? Are we going to see Genoese crossbowmen? I guess TaToH didn't want to spend anything on like barracks, and archer range is just too expensive. So why not add a few of those unique units in? They are not that bad and can be helpful, really. You can see fortified wall finally going down, but Imperial Age soon to be done by the Viper. Castle coming from TaToH forward. The thing is, Viper is going with his own castle, so he should be able to defend. This is not going too far forward. He's got a lot of monks here. Sanctuary coming in now. Block burning illumination makes sense. Bracer and elite skirmisher. Now Viper with the good economy can actually throw trash units at TaToH here, and once he gets rid of all the monks, he will be fine. Makes also sense to go elite skirmishers against the Genoese crossbowmen. We have another siege workshop coming up. Trebuchet on the way. And Viper looking good at this point. The score lead, a huge score lead actually. And Italians, a really strong civilization, but I guess against Burmese, you don't really have that many options, and Viper has played this perfectly. Now the first trap coming out for him. Going to see a little bit of a trap war. Actually I guess guard tower? No, outpost coming up. I was hoping for a tower here. Viper enough stone for yet another castle, doing a few more stables outside. Elite skirmishers inside his base, +3 is done. Gotta go a little bit faster here, because I think we are going to see a big fight soon, but not too soon. Elite skirmishers now moving forward, and TaToH 51 against 104 villagers. That's still double. And that means Viper has another plus of 20 or another of 10. because we had 40 against 78, 39 against 78, and now Viper even more villagers. Makes sense, he had 3 TCs for quite some time. A bit of a trap war now going on, Viper of course repairing the trebuchets, and TaToH trying to repair the castle, but it doesn't look good for him. Viper doing Hussars, husbandry, chain barding armor, elite skirmishers now moving out, and it's not really worth it to convert those. And there is the Hussars moving in, no, not really. Genis crossbow will be decent against the Hussars, but look at Viper's army, 56 against 29, now moving forward with the castle coming up here. And TaToH may be in trouble really soon. He still has only 1 TC as far as I can judge here. Running out of gold, not sure why he's not taking the gold in the back here, but he's calling GG already. Viper with the trebuchets. I just saw bombard cannon, was that from TaToH maybe? Not sure. Doesn't really matter because you can see Viper cleaning up everything here. He's gonna lose the monks, gonna take down the monks here, and with the superior economy win this game. So Viper taking the lead 3-2 after the expansion pick games, I guess. And now it's TaToH's time to pick 2 civilizations and go for a non-mirror matchup in game 6 with switched civilizations in game number 7. And before I go into that game, you can see all the civilizations here that were picked by the 2 players. Actually, no double civs, which is surprising to me, but in each expansion players chose differently, so we've seen a big variety of civs, and we're going to see 2 more civilizations, not necessarily the different civilizations from these, but let's see, what has TaToH have up his sleeve? We have Viper getting Celts and TaToH picking Malians here. Could be interesting. Let's go for Viper first. TaToH must have a reason for this. I'm not sure about the meta here. Malians, Geppetto, Celts, Vote Raiders, and of course Siege. But I think I've seen that matchup before. I didn't really know what's the right choice to do here. What's the best choice? Of course, Malians do get very strong monks. That means Siege Oranges can get converted. And Geppetto with their ranged attack against Vote Raiders should be decent. But let's see. We have the main stone relatively safe in the back, or at least on the side here from the Viper, and the main gold safe in the back. Viper actually taking 10 gold. Is he not going for any gold, so he probably wants to sell stone. Actually going 2 villages on stone. This looks like a boom to me, or castle drop is really unlikely for me. So I guess Viper 4 TCs maybe, and will try to defend in Castle Age. One idle village here, not sure why. Both players on the way up to Field Age. 3rd gold forward, 2nd stone forward, and the 2nd gold also outside forwardish. Extra gold here, actually that's almost better than his own gold here. That means Viper got a lot of gold around his base, but not so much inside. 1 relic close, and the 2nd relic not so far away. Market Blacksmith coming up for him. We have TaToH, Market Blacksmith as well. Main gold, forwardish on the side here. But a main stone safe in the back, and I think an extra gold here. Yes, TaToH cannot see this, hasn't scouted this. He might find it later on. Let's hope that it doesn't change the game too much, because bad scouting can cost you games. We have a relic here on the left-hand side, 2nd stone outside, extra stone actually not so far away, and a 2nd gold forward outside. 3rd gold on the right-hand side, close to another relic outside. So the map from TaToH really not looking too good, but I guess TaToH will boom faster or go aggressive in Castle Age. Let's see. We're not going to see nothing like crossbowmen in early Castle Age. Maybe Monastery, Siege Workshop, something like that. And this time it's Viper who has to run away from TaToH Scout. TaToH 5 more HP, and Viper going to the safety of his base. Both players on the way to Castle Age, exactly the same time, exactly the same population. And I guess TaToH having a few more score points may have the better scouting here. That's possible. Yeah, maybe, I'm not sure. Or maybe just collected more resources, I don't know. Viper, of course, with the Celts having that wood bonus, getting more wood than other civilizations. What's it for the Malians? Do they have an economy bonus? I think something was there, but I don't really remember. My fault. Doesn't really matter for the players right now. We are going to see more scout fights happening. Yes, Viper still going to scout. Makes a lot of sense. And TaToH is up to Castle Age, going for TC on the main gold. Going for another TC on the wood line. 3 TC mini boom coming up. No monastery yet. No, there it comes. Viper has 1 TC coming up on the wood line. 1 TC on the main gold. And that's TC number 4 immediately for Viper. Both are coming in for him only now. I guess no heavy plow this time. It's really hard to do. Both saw heavy plow and 4 TCs immediately, or plus 3 TCs. That seems almost impossible with 27 villages up, 26 villages up, not sure what it was. 4 TCs up and running for the Viper, doesn't have a lot of wood, has a few farms up already, he can produce villages for now, and he won't go for monastery here, he won't go for any military units here too early on. 2 villages still on stone, which is surprising to me, but I guess he may need to revolve, get a tower up, something like that. And we have TaToH 3 TCs TCs plus the Monastery, going for a Monk immediately. And he's gonna try to boom it a little bit faster than the Viper. Of course, Viper will have the stronger economy. So let's skip through that a little bit actually. I want to go faster here. I don't think we're going to see anything too exciting. TaToH finally killing Viper's Scout and collecting the first relics. I think TaToH should be able to get all of them unless Viper is deciding to go with this Monk of his own. But look at this, 4 TCs, a lot of farms coming up already. And villager numbers for now are pretty equal, pretty similar. We might see Viper pulling ahead a little bit. We might see TaToH clicking Wheelbarrow first, and that gives you a lot more food, of course. And don't want to speak of handicap, but it's Viper who's clicking Wheelbarrow at the before TaToH here. Really interesting to see. He must have a great boom going. And I'm not sure if it's going to be too great, but if it is, it might be worth to check out the game here and see, okay, what is he doing different than I am doing. And there is Heavy Plow 2106, so Viper wants to get the eco upgrades early on. I guess we might see gold mining next. 5 villages in gold right now. TaToH going with the siege workshop forward now because yeah, there's nothing happening, so why not? He can still boom behind that, 22 minutes into the game. And 1 monk, I guess that's a few more than 1 monk on the field. Yeah, it's still collecting the relics, 5 relics in for TaToH. Nice to see that he is getting those and is trying to go aggressive. Outpost coming up. The blacksmith market might go down. Viper now doing barracks only. Pikemen coming in, I guess. It's not a bad idea. Trash units to fight monks and siege. Viper saying rest in peace. What was that all about? Was it a villager? I guess so. Viper 87 against 75 villagers. There you can see the difference. 25, almost 25 minutes into the game. But TaToH is clicking up to Imperial Age first and going with a few archer ranges now. Viper, good resources. Of course, investing the pikemen at this point and going for upgrades as well. Plus 1 attack at least. We have mangonels moving forward, rams moving forward. So TaToH with a small attack, a small breach. Viper not up to Imperial Age yet because investing into more food. He is on 98 villagers. Now he's gonna have 100 villagers by the time of 26 minutes, maybe earlier. And he's got 70 militarians. That's more than a dozen pikemen. Crossbowmen coming up, scale barding armor coming from TaToH. So he's gonna go into a mix of, I guess, Cavalier then with the Melians. That's an option. And crossbowmen arbalest possibly. Cavalier maybe not the best choice. TaToH could now have seen the pikemen, and we have Viper housed on 130 population, a lot of gold in the bank, enough stone for a castle. He is still getting attacked by the rams, losing houses now, that's why he's getting housed, I guess. And the pikemen are moving in to take down the mangonels first. That was a good choice for the Viper to go trash units because there's only 5 units left, 5 military units for TaToH. TaToH then, good resources, is gonna go for Bracer, Chemistry, Thumbring actually coming up, and Arbalest most likely. Trebuchet following, and also going for Viper's second gold here, which makes a lot of sense. Mangonel moving forward, Heavy Plounder coming in, and all the upgrades actually ballistics first, so I guess TaToH cannot go for Chemistry yet. And I'm expecting to siege a better later on actually, or maybe siege, that's also possible. Still going for mangonels. This is the first trap to actually attack, I'm not sure, TCs? Siege workshops. Cannot see the castle yet, of course. Viper putting up a castle in defensive position. Few arbalests moving forward. Those pikemen should die with the arbalest. Ooh, that's almost one-shotting with only 4 arbalests. So Viper needs something else. I think he should prepare mangonels, onagers maybe, or I don't know if Volderus is a good idea. He's got 1 stable up. Left hand side, villagers moving out. TaToH can see those villagers. He has the scout around, so he should be able to actually go for a few kills here later on. Let's see if he's actually going to realize that the villagers are still there. For now, he's concentrating in the middle, where he's putting up a siege workshop. Got rid of the first TC, a mangonel dying to the arbalest, and Viper gonna be at Imperial Age after 31 minutes. That's quite late, but considering he's getting attacked, it's understandable. Now, the next TC will fall. TaToH now low on resources, doing conscription, still staying on arbalest, doing cap ram as well. And can he still see the... Yeah, can see the stone villagers, so I think he should go for those later on. He's found the extra gold. Yeah, I can see it. Outposts and a few houses on the way. So TaToH right now looking good. Looking to win this game, maybe even in early to mid Imperial Age. Let's see what Viper has to offer against these Arbalest. I guess Onager might not have been the worst idea, but Viper right now going for elite skirmishes. Imperial Age soon to be done. Here we go. What is Viper's plan now? We're going to see Bodkin Arrow, elite skirm, chemistry, but that's all things except for chemistry that we could have gotten in Castle Age actually. I'm a little bit surprised by the play Viper is putting up here. Maybe did not expect TaToH to go Arbalest here. Castle coming up now for TaToH, and Viper has to repair his own castle with the pikemen and skirmishers. Hellbody on the way as well. Squires and scale armor done by TaToH is now putting in a few of those Geppetto. They're going to be really strong against the pikemen with the 10 attack, and masonry forging also on the way. This castle will not get denied, I think. Elite skirmishers don't get bracer for Celts, I think, so Arbalest actually going to be able to take care of those quite easily. And Viper still repairing the castle, a lot of resources. Actually getting a lot of stone here. TaToH might not see this now. Actually, no, he cannot see it. But TaToH is concentrating on the push in the middle. The castle on the right hand side is falling to cap Rams only. Viper doesn't have any military units close. Now repairing the villages. I think Viper just ran out of stone. He bought 300 stone. But the first castle is going on. The second castle is falling too. And Viper calling GG. Tried to go for a big boom here, but wasn't able to get the counter units up in time. Neither did he go for siege, which was a little bit surprising to me. I guess he needed onagers here at least, but it's not happening. TaToH winning this game, and that means to find a winner, we are going to need at least 8 games, and that is really great. I'm still hoping for 9. I'm still hoping that we're going to see that in most interesting game 9 later on. One can hope. Let's go into game 7, Switched Civilizations. Just realized I forgot to update the score in the last game, but now it should be fine. 3-3. We're going to see Malians against Celts here. Viper going with Malians, or has to go, and TaToH Celts playing in blue again. Let's see what his plan is and go for the maps first. Main gold for TaToH. Forwardish on the side. The second gold safe in the back. The second stone safe in the back. We have one wolf, one lonely wolf here. I don't think TaToH will go that far early on. And on the left hand side, a lot of nothing. TaToH scouted all of this, so 2 resources in the back, 1 on the side. Where's the rest? Actually, deer inside? Not sure about it. Main stone on the other side, forwardish, close to the walls actually. Viper can probably see that stone. And a third gold outside. One really close here to TaToH, and another relic not so far away. Extra gold here. And yeah, I remember this game. I very specifically remember getting this game because I watched at the start of Mem's stream, and TaToH had played this exact same map, but not in the same position against Stark. It was game 1, it was Ethiopians for Stark and Vikings for TaToH. It was a really awesome game. I remember the fortified walls here from Stark. So TaToH may have an advantage if he can realize that this map is something he's been playing before. But I think it's really hard to do that because it's the enemy's map pretty much. I also remember that TaToH tried to cut in here, attack TC in the castle later on. It was a really good game. Let's see how TaToH is going to play on the other side of this map. Stable coming up for him. We have Viper on the way to Castle Age with the main goal then. Relatively safe in the back, a lot of nothing here. On the left hand side there were 4 deer, I think, if I remember correctly. The main stone forward, we have one really close to space, second stone forward outside, second gold outside close to the wall, third gold outside, extra stone outside, extra gold outside. I remember this one, because TaToH controlled a lot of the map here. And I also remember the onager around here, hitting like 140 shots in total in that game, but not killing one single unit, I think. Now, TaToH also on the way to Castle Age, but Viper will be there first. Let's see how he's going to play this. I'm expecting to see 42 TC. Sorry. Damn it. 42 TCs, and I guess 1 monastery at least. Let's see if he's going to go aggressive later on. 26 villagers actually, only 27 population. Good resources for the Viper. Cutting the tree to get a monastery there. We're going to see 1 TC on the woodline and the main gold. And another TC maybe on some woodline later on. Not sure about that. I don't know where TaToH had put his TCs, to be honest. But I think it's possible that it might have been on a stone as well. So we might see a very similar game at the start. TaToH on the way to Castle Age. Now is there, stable is up, so he has gone for a few scouts here. Can now attack Viper Scout, and I imagine we might even see the light cav upgrade if Viper decides to go for a lot of monks here. For now, scouts will do, and TaToH going with the TC on the woodline here. Stark might have had a TC on a similar position, not sure, and 1 TC on the other woodline, not going for the gold spot or maybe on the stone, which might have been a little bit better, but not sure about it. Ooh, scouts moving in. Viper got 1 scout at least converted, losing now 1. TC will go up, and the monk, no, the scout will go down. 1 scout remaining for TaToH. Maybe he's going to realize that this map is something he played before now, because he now can see everything that is inside Viper space. But it's still not going to help him too much, I guess, because it's still Viper who is facing, and Malians won Celts in game 6 with TaToH against Viper. Now it's all in the other way around, and I'm not sure what you can do with the Celts against the probably faster Malian Boom here. Only 3 TCs, but TaToH for now also only on 3, so maybe he has an idea how to play this monasteries up for him. He's moving forward with the villager. We might see a siege workshop coming up really early on here, and we might see a little bit more of an aggressive game from TaToH. Sorry for the little pauses, I hope you don't mind. TaToH still got a scout inside, which is going to be helpful for him. And Viper does not have loom, so if he's not being careful, TaToH might even be able to pick up a villager or two. Wheelbarrow and Sanctity coming in for the Viper. He's moving out with the monks now. That's actually Spearman also on the field, makes a lot of sense to me. And TaToH is housed on 50, Viper moving out with the monks here. And Viper has 1 relic, TaToH has 1 relic. Viper is going to try and get more here. TaToH patrolling the scout on the left hand side, building a house, because why not? And I mentioned we might see mangonels or even scorpions, but I think mangonels makes more sense. I guess TaToH wants to go aggressive a little bit. And Viper now starting to collect the monks. Ooh, Lightcav upgrade done. That's 1 dead monk. And maybe TaToH may even be able to snipe that monk as well if you can see the relic disappear. He's on 50 villagers against 51, so pretty similar when it comes to the numbers here. Atonement on the way for the Viper. Not sure about that upgrade. I guess he wants to try and convert monks while they're carrying the relics. That would be really ballsy, but it's quite effective. And I guess it might even be worth the money. 2 more monks moving out. Actually, double siege workshop from TaToH. There's the scorpions actually I was talking about. Makes a lot of sense to go scorpions against the spearmen. And once you have like 2 or 3, they will be quite decent against the spearmen and will take them down pretty fast. Also, Lightcav surviving, as you can see. Mangonel getting repaired, so TaToH is starting to go aggressive. Siege workshop and a second monastery coming up from the Viper. And he's going to take the extra stone, possibly. Or maybe going for extra gold. I don't know, redemption on the way. So Viper will monk defend this. And with redemption monks, the mangonels are pretty much... yeah, I don't know how to say this, but... better GB, better go back because you don't want to lose those mangonels. Not really useless, but to a certain degree they are not really what they're supposed to do, which is attacking, defending, whatsoever. There's the monks with the redemption moving forward, and the first mangonel should get converted very soon. Lightcav moving in. Can Viper actually get a conversion here? No, the Lightcav taking on a monk, even keeping the gate open, and TaToH could go in, but 1 mangonel got converted here. No, that's 1 scorpion got converted. Ah, that is. And Viper now going with own mangonels, but that was not a good fight for the Viper. He's doing handcart now, TaToH only with wheelbarrow. We have Viper now 4 villages ahead, and TaToH resources looking okay-ish, but not too close to clicking up to pure age. Neither are the resources from Viper. He's in stone now, so he wants to go for a castle probably. The scout or Lightcav still at the back of the base, maybe trying to snipe a single villager later on. It makes sense to keep that scout alive and to try and go for the patrolling here. Viper not going for the castle yet, he could go for that, but he's still getting attacked by TaToH with the mangonel. So TaToH actually saying, I'm going to use the superior siege from Celts and try to do the damage in castle age, or a little bit of damage, delay the boom from Viper and try to come back stronger in Imperial Age. We have now Viper starting to convert siege workshops, and that's huge. 1 mangonel got converted, maybe 2, I think that was a converted one. And taking on a scorpion, next down, no, not happening. But the next mangonel is actually getting suicided or destroyed by TaToH before it gets converted. That Lightcav might get converted, no, not happening. That's 1, that's 2 monks, that's, ooh, nice try, but not successful here, Viper, with the attack round shot. And monk going down, mangonels going down. TaToH getting his money worth here. Very good fights for him. Stone Mining, Heavy Block, Gold Shaft binding on the way. In the meantime, Viper though is on the way to Imperial Age now. He's got a lot of resources and Town Watch coming in just in case. Siege Tower moving out. Not sure about that one, but I guess it's a really strong unit and it can take quite a few shots here. Maybe even protect some units from spearmen later on. We have Viper moving forward with a forward castle. This is huge. The village is coming there, and I don't think TaToH realizes this. Oh, you can see the castle right now. So he should go with the siege workshop, try to go with rams or whatsoever. And I think he hasn't seen this, spotted that yet. Now he can see it. Can he go for a counter castle here? He knows Viper should be up faster than himself, and you can see the food from TaToH quite low at this point. Instead, he is going for more Lightcav or event for Lightcav. Double stable up forward. I don't think going for more Castle Age units is a really good idea, because Viper with Imperial Age upgrade coming up will have Superior Monks, and then he can go for a lot of things that is going to beat what TaToH is building right now. Viper going with the lumber camp here. That castle is really annoying because it's going to attack the main gold really soon, or it's going to make attacking easier. And we have TaToH now close to clicking up to Imperial Age. but Viper almost the same resources, and that's while upping, so his economy apparently wasn't better, or maybe he just didn't spend so many resources on military. Makes sense. A few light cav moving in, taking down a mangonel, a few monks maybe, but finally dying to spearman. Viper up to imp. What are we going to see? We're going to see one trebuchet immediately. Pikeman upgrade, plate mail armor. I think he could have gone for pikeman before that actually, but better late than never. And he's gonna try and get rid of that forward probably. Two mangonels are there. Heavy plow, stone mining. We have block printing and plate mail armor on the way. TaToH doing scale mail right now. Going for Imperial Age. Going for Volt Raiders, I guess. Yes, a siege workshop coming up now. But here's the first trebuchet starting to attack that TC very soon, or maybe even deny that siege workshop. That's also possible. And we are going to see 96 against 100 villages with another TC coming up from TaToH. There's the extra stone. There is that second stone, I think, the main stone forward. Yeah, TaToH is taking that. He's also controlling the extra gold here, and he might go for that gold later on. The TC coming up outside, so 5 TCs at least for TaToH now. 2 knights on the field, and Imperial Age soon to be done. Viper, though, going with the pikeman and trebuchets, hitting the TC, and he's actually going to be able to take it down now. A few idle villages here from TaToH. What is Viper going to do army-wise? I'm not sure about that right now. What is the plan for him? Are you going for... Yes, actually, we're going to see Geppetto. Makes sense. House on 130. Maybe lost a few houses here. Going with the castle on the left hand side. A few more houses coming up in front of the stone on the TC on the 3rd gold. And TaToH now up to imp. How are you going to respond? How are the resources looking like? Chainmail armor, trebuchets coming up. Siege workshop will go down. And TaToH resources actually quite low at this point, but it makes sense. He spent a lot already. Castle coming up on the outside, protecting 2 golds and that main stone, kinda. Volt Raiders moving forward. I guess TaToH wants to go for a counter-attack, while Viper is trying to move in with the pikemen. Where those actually Geppetto moving in. One single Geppetto can do so much damage. Takes like 5 hits to kill a villager, I guess. Yeah, that's 9 damage per... throwing swords, I guess, is a sword thrower. And Viper doing Onager now, while TaToH moving in with... No, TaToH not moving in. Actually, Viper moving against those siege workshops. Where's TaToH's army? TaToH got 12 military units right now. That's a few mangonels, a trebuchet. Ooh, that's an annoying Geppetto here. That's actually 2 of them already. Yeah, the Voter is now cleaning that up. Light Cav and Fortune coming for Viper. Siege workshop getting rebuilt by TaToH, and a watchtower just in case. We have Viper safe at home at this point and doesn't really need to worry about a lot because he's the one going aggressive, taking down a siege workshop yet again. And look at that food, that's just so huge. He could go for the lead Geppetto if he wanted to. Not sure Halberdiers available for Malians, I guess so, or not. Wait, Berbers don't get them, I think. Maybe Malians do have them. A lot of stables now coming up. Siege Onager upgrade, that's what he needed the food for, makes a lot of sense. Siege Onagers will destroy a lot of things here. Trebuchet war now happening, and Onager upgrade done for TaToH, so it's going to try and snipe those traps actually. Only 8 range on the castles, that means we have the same range for both. And, ooh, move your Voter Raiders away if you know what is good for you. Yeah, 2 trebuchets going down. The castle on less than half HP, 2 trebuchets still hitting. And that Voter Raider is dying, but the castle is going down too. I guess that was worth it. Viper though, Siege Onager more than halfway done. Scale boarding armor on the way. Is he going for Hussars or Cavalier? I'm not sure about that. I guess Cavalier might make more sense. But in the long run, you don't have the gold for Cavalier. So I think Hussar upgrade might be worth it later on as well. Viper actually saying, yeah, there's a castle outside, let's try and attack that. I have a trebuchet here, I have the siege onagers coming in. TaToH now going for elite Volt Raiders. This is huge. We have siege onagers against elite Volt Raiders. Usually we see both on the Celts, or maybe not usually, but Celts of course known for the siege onagers. The Volt Raiders going down quick. Viper doing knights here, or was that converted? Not sure about that. Viper now focusing on the left hand side as he lost the castle forward. A few Volt Raiders raiding the gold mine. Good job here from TaToH. But Viper with more army and still more military units. This could be a really interesting fight. Viper for now with a small advantage. I think with the siege onagers he has that advantage right now, and Light Cav moving in to take on the elite Volt Raiders. And that amount of Light Cav will be decent against those, even though the Volt Raiders technically are probably stronger or are actually cost effective. And as you can see, Viper still good resources. He's going for more Light Cav. Malians, Hussars, yes or no? I have no idea. I don't really know the new civilizations too well. And look at those siege onagers. This is just huge. We have 1 trebuchet going down to the Onager now. The castle is staying up for at this point. But Viper also raiding, taking a few of those villagers that are mining gold. Heresy coming in from TaToH against the monks. Maybe does not want to lose his onagers here. Makes sense, but it's a huge investment. Not sure if it's worth it at this point in the game. And we have a few orders moving out again to raid the gold or stone. I think Viper will be able to garrison the villages and it will be fine. Barracks now coming up. We're going to see standard infantry, arson at least on the way, or I think we might see pikemen at Halberdier because there's a lot of light cav from Viper right now. He's starting to raid here, which is a very good idea. TaToH's base is open at the front. Maybe should have revolted as well. Ooh, TaToH taking down a TC on those extra resources, or on the extra resource in the second stone. The castle coming up here for Viper is sending a few light cav on the left hand side. The light cav are actually doing the damage. No more villages working from TaToH on those 2 golds. They are not easy to defend. And another trebuchet. Siege Onagers again. Bombard cannons now against Onagers. We know how this is going to end. Also the monks with 12 range and redemption was done before. So TaToH actually losing the Onagers fast here. Viper getting more and more of an advantage. Remaining map control and sending light cav to raid again and again. Those villagers will die fast now. On the left hand side, that castle is getting repaired by TaToH, but he doesn't have a lot of military units here. He actually got more than Viper. It doesn't look like it. Viper just lost the castle, 2 traps from TaToH doing the job, and now the elite warrior is moving out. TaToH still has 3 castles, but he needs all 3 of them and maybe more. Viper, good resources. TaToH actually good gold, but low on food. He's spending a lot of that on the elite warriors here. Let's go back to 75 speed, see how Viper is going to continue this fight. Geppetto, elite Geppetto actually done. I didn't even see that, I didn't realize. But Viper only 2 castles. I think he needs to go for another castle. Where is his stones? That was the stone outside. Yeah, Viper is taking a second stone finally. He needs more of that. And Viper is still trying to control the middle. Actually successful in that. TaToH moving on the outside. That castle is still up. Elite warrior is still getting produced. Viper with a forward lumber camp to have villages there if he needs them at some point in the game. And he's still trying to raid with the light cav maybe. Or is he finally going to attack that castle and take it down? I think that's what is next in Viper's plan. Another castle coming up in the middle. On the right hand side, TaToH is taking that castle from the Viper. That means only 1 castle remain if Viper is not going to repair and defend this, and right now it doesn't have any military units around. We're going to see a double-sided rush, one from Viper on the left-hand side taking on the castle from TaToH, and the other on the right-hand side. Ooh, that was huge. Big, friendly fire, but also taking on Boat Raiders. And now we can see a few elite Geppetto moving into the Boat Raiders, but the castle went down, and Viper cannot take more stones, so he needs to go without too many of the elite Geppetto here. Siege Onagers and Bombard cannons should do the trick, actually, and of course all the light cav on the field already. Masonry coming in from TaToH, pikemen now there, and TaToH housed on 165 because he lost the castle, didn't build houses in time. He's going to lose the TC very soon, I guess. TaToH now selling wood and food. He needs to get more gold, and he cannot take his 3rd gold safely. That's what we've seen before. TaToH against Stark. Stark was never able to take his 3rd gold, and Viper still with the map control in the middle here. Very strong game by him right now, attacking the barracks on the left hand, on the top left. Right, no, it's the right hand side for him actually. And you can see the score difference at this point, more than 1k. It's not so much, Halberdier finally coming from TaToH, but it's something. And Viper also with good resources still, I guess. Wait, let me see. Yeah, way better resources actually going for Michi. TaToH good resources, but Viper going for Michi resources here. Not even getting pop locked, not sure why not. We have TC going down, but the trebuchets need to get packed unless TaToH can afford to lose those, and he can't. There's an Onager and there's a few Halberdiers and pikemen and Boat Raiders actually. On the left hand side, Viper controlling 2 golds, and this is really huge. He is going to take down a TC with the last few swords here, flying swords, and the light cav will get another task very soon. So TaToH cannot go for his 3rd or extra gold here, and Viper probably now focusing on the other side, where TaToH is still trying to attack, trying to take gold actually, but Viper is raiding there. And Boat Raiders against elite Geppetto. I guess I would favor the Geppetto here. Guard tower coming from TaToH. He likes his towers, and they are not bad, but wouldn't you prefer to spend your stone on castles? I don't know. Let's see, 221 stone. Maybe it makes sense to go for the guard tower here. And Viper now going for a siege workshop, moving in with the light cav, taking on the monastery with the 2 relics, and attacking the guard tower next. Those elite Geppetto can take down the guard towers really fast. I think arson was done by both players. Guard tower now coming up to cover this extra gold on the right hand side. Light cav fighting against Halberdiers and Boat Raiders. You don't really want that, but elite Geppetto backing up is going to be good. And we have that guard tower almost falling. Ooh, Onager against elite Geppetto. Viper not taking damage yet, and just in case he is moving away, the light cav doing taking care of the rest. fast here, and now going to raid that wood line probably. That means TaToH a little bit in trouble. 106 villagers only, that's not a lot. He's on 133 population, and his economy not really looking too good. He's calling GG right now. Viper way too far ahead with the economy, with the military numbers. And Elite Geppetto, how do you counter these? Maybe heavy scorpions, but the scorpions may die really fast too. And Viper is a really strong game, always with enough map awareness to make sure that he doesn't lose a lot of ground here. He lost the castle, lost the TC, but he could afford it. And that means Viper now going oh, sorry, with the match game. Game number 8, team random. Let's see what civilization is going to be. I'm not sure if there is a Civ that would favor TaToH. I guess with the mirror matchups, Viper might be stronger, but I'm still hoping for game number 9. So let's go there. Here goes, game 8, team random. We have a Slavs war between Viper and TaToH now, and Viper lost with Slavs before in the grand finals, but he was picking them, so he was confident enough to actually choose these civilizations among 5. I think it was, yeah, Forgotten Empires has 5 different civilizations, and I think losing with them before doesn't give him a disadvantage. I think Viper will be alright with the civilizations. Let's go for the maps here. We have the main gold for the Viper, forward dish, the main stone forward, second stone forward outside. Actually, this would almost call for Trush. I guess you cannot see this stone in Dark Age. The line of sight from the scout is not too huge. Third gold outside, second gold safe in the back actually. And we have the barracks in the back, which doesn't really matter. I think there were deer inside. Viper going for barracks here. We're going to see military unit for once in Castle Age from the Viper. I think that's the first in this grand finals. We have TaToH then with the main gold forwardish as well. Second gold forward. This is still open, but it's only one tile. Second stone forward outside, third gold outside. And where's the main stone? It's actually here on the side, a little bit trapped into the forest. But I guess he can still take it and get a mining camp here if he really wants to. A little bit of space to boom, not too much, but doesn't really matter. We have barracks and stables coming up here. Stable blacksmith from TaToH. We have Viper going with stable blacksmith. Well, yes, so we're going to see scouts, possibly light cav, maybe some knights. Like the former Eddie style, we've seen Slavs have good monks as far as I remember, so they can go for an aggressive play here. Viper on the way to Castle Age first, TaToH 8 seconds behind, same population, and we have extra golds on the side here, 2 extra golds, one relic in the neutral zone. This one is closer to the Viper. We have another relic close to Viper here. Then there is, where's the relics for TaToH? Does he have the relics close? Actually, this one is the closest, and that's one in the neutral zone. So actually, the relics might favor Viper here a little bit. Eco upgrades coming in, Viper doing horse clip, TaToH only now double relics. Any more scouts on the field already? I think you should go for your upgrades first, of course. Don't really need the scouts early on, but now Viper has enough food. He's got 9 farms up already, it's 8. So this is going to be good for him, and 4 farmers, that's 12 villages on food. He can afford to go scouts here. And TaToH pretty much the same thing, 8 farmers, 5 villages and berries. And also going with the first scouts now. We're going to see minor fights in the Castle Age, at least, maybe more. And I think we're going to see 2 TCs, 2 extra TCs by both players. Let's go with the Viper first. Has a little bit more wood apparently. Building another house possibly. Not sure why the wood dropped. We have Monastery coming up for Viper immediately. We're going to see 1 extra TC on the wood line and that gold. Really nice TCs, but in my opinion both are coming in from both players. We have TaToH then with the Monastery coming up forward. And 1 extra TC, yes, on the wood line close to the main stone. Makes sense to me. We might see the 3rd TC coming up really soon. Look at this, almost the same. Scout cav still produced. We have 2 military units for Viper against 4 right now from TaToH, so he's investing a little bit more and trying to hunt down Viper scouts actually. So TaToH probably wants to go for map control here, maybe go for a siege workshop later on. Viper 4 idle villages on the berries, but he found them, and he should have enough wood soon for a 3rd TC if he really wants to go that really fast. We have now Spearman coming up for Viper, and that first monk is out to try and get that relic. I think he should, if he moves now, he might be able to get it. The scouts are again on full HP, there's another scout for Viper. And TaToH starting to get the relics on the right hand side, makes sense. Viper is nowhere there. We had deer outside from TaToH. I guess he was able to lure 2 of them in. And TaToH now moving away, probably trying to protect the monks here. We have Viper with 1 monk, 2 spearmen, actually 2 monks getting the first relics in. First relic in, and ooh, nice snipe. Look at this, the monk caught in the last second, but 1 monk down. That's good for Viper here. Any other monk? Where is that? Did TaToH lose both monks actually? I guess so. Or is it inside? Not, it's possible as well. We have now Viper 3 TCs coming up. Where's the third TC? Actually, or did he sell? No. Going for the main stone with the third TC here. A lot of food in the bank right now. Needs to go for more farms, I guess. Or is he going forward to Siege Workshop? No, nobody's just there. Viper is still going with Spearmen, with Scouts. Losing a Monk now for free. Good job here from TaToH. But Viper, with the better relics on his map, I guess he has the easy time to get those home. And TaToH with the 5 scouts and with 1 monk coming behind that. Must be careful not to run into Spearman. Yeah, Viper starting to convert, then grabbing the relic again. He may drop it once more, one more time. And with 3 Spearmen, he should be fine, even if he loses this Monk. The Scouts that are going to die in the meantime will be worth their money. And actually, nice job here from TaToH. All Scouts still alive. Viper doing wheelbarrow now. Housed on 55. TaToH with 46 villagers. Viper with 46 villagers. There's 30 C for TaToH also up. And for now, pretty similar game. Actually, TaToH going with TC number 4. Wow, this is huge. Good job. Stopping the TC from going up because he wants to have 3 tiles to get a few more farms around. Loom coming in, heavy plow on the way from TaToH this time. I think Viper doesn't have that upgrade yet. Interesting to see that TaToH is going for an eco upgrade before the Viper here. And Viper though, with the relic advantage, you can see 2 relics really close to space. This one should go to TaToH, I think. Let's see, can Viper actually... Ooh, no, he's going back here. So TaToH going for the counter attack to make sure they can get that second relic in. The Scouts, one getting converted, the other's moving away. Yeah, TaToH cannot fight this. There's just too many Spearmen, and that's 5 Scouts as well. So let's see if Viper can actually snipe another Monk here. This could be close. I think TaToH should move in, try to stop the Scouts from taking down another Monk here. But Viper will be able to catch that Monk, 30 HP only. And again, a Monk dying and the relic underneath the gate. Gate going down. Not sure if Viper could take this. He probably will try to, but I think TaToH should be able to snipe that, not to snipe, but to grab that relic in a good second for him. We have now Viper 600 gold, plus 600, 400 food in the bank, a lot of wood, should build a few more farms around there, university, a few houses coming up, 75 population, same villager numbers, but Viper more military units, and TaToH nowhere close to clicking up to Imperial Age. He has less resources, he has the same villagers, so I guess Viper's economy was a little bit better. Interesting to see TaToH now doing stone mining it with 5 villagers, 5 villagers in stone. Probably wants to go for a castle soon to protect the stone, the golds. And we have Viper now thinking about Imperial Age. University is up, so he will be able to go there first. He's got 3 relics, so that's 1 more. Got a better KD here, obviously. And we're going to see double siege workshops while Viper is upping to Imperial Age. Let's go faster here, because I don't think we're going to see much in late Castle Age. Pikeman away from TaToH, further from the Vipers is still staying with Monks. Makes sense, maybe against upcoming onagers. You could use your Monks here. And we have TaToH now going with a few barracks. TaToH also trying to go out with a few pikemen here, but that's not really worth it, I guess. The Monks should not die to this. Quick palisade coming up. And look at this, the pikemen attacking, the Monks are healing each other. There's nothing going to happen. Viper going and is going to arrive at Imperial Age shortly after TaToH will have clicked up, or maybe TaToH waiting. Yeah, he's waiting for the second building, I guess. Needs to go for siege workshop now. No, university's up. There's the Imperial Age from TaToH getting clicked, and Viper gold mining, stone mining, heavy plow only now. It's not too late. Going with the forward castle, and he's up to Imperial Age Onager coming in immediately. Block printing for the Monks, scale mail armor, 2-man saw. Are we going to see halberdiers and onagers? Probably, possibly siege onagers. And we have the first mangonels attacking. Viper 19 against 40 militarians right now, so TaToH is adding in more pikemen. And the monastery is getting attacked. That's the monastery with the 2 relics inside. Makes a lot of sense to attack that. Onager upgrade done. Illumination on the way. 2-man saw also. And the second trap also coming up to attack TaToH's castle. TaToH may need to repair this castle with all he has, because this castle is gonna make sure that he can take his main gold safely. And also will try to cover the second stone. The thing is, TaToH only now up to Imperial Age has enough stone for a second castle. Maybe you should have put that down earlier on, even buy 100 stone if you need it. And TaToH is not going for any trebuchets. Disappointed actually. Oh, Viper with a nice cut here on the right hand side. Going with a few light cav, but he's not going to find a lot of villagers to kill because there's a TC close. Onager and block printing coming from TaToH as well. Viper doing both Kinaro, I guess, for the castles, or maybe for later on as well. And 1 mangonel going out, but dying fast here. This castle on almost only 1k HP. This is not looking good. Viper attacking with 3 trebuchets. No, 2 still. Counter traps now coming up from TaToH, but the castle I think will go down, maybe even before that trebuchet is dropping out. Ooh, close, but no, only 1 trap. And TaToH doesn't have a castle left. Pikeman fight in the middle. Onager micro coming up. Viper with the better fights here. That Onager is on 1 HP. Really lucky for the Viper. He's taking TaToH's third gold, going with the stable on the right hand side. And he's starting to cut around. Look at this. Interesting. Can TaToH actually spot this? I think he cannot. Viper is cutting exactly here where TaToH is not able to see anything for now. And Viper moving forward. A lot of help protection going. TaToH low on gold. Wasn't with too many villages in gold. Got a lot of wood in the bank. This is what you call an unbalanced economy. On this level, of course, it's not surprising, and Viper is still attacking. Let's go for that all visible option to see that Viper is putting up a second castle. But TaToH adding in more and more halberdiers. So will of the units. How far is Viper with the cutting and on this side? TaToH cannot see it, but Viper stopping for now. If you like, kept waiting. Hussar coming in from Viper here against full halberdiers. Not sure about that, but alright. And Viper expanding his economy. You can see a few farms here. He's taking the second stone outside. He's not taking the gold yet. Maybe he doesn't need it at this point. Illumination crop rotation coming in from TaToH. Oh, is TaToH going to find the light Hussars and the cutting? He's sending halberdiers to the right hand side. You can see the stables now. He could see the Hussars. He can see that this is cut, and I think, yeah, TaToH has realized this. He's sending villages into TC, and I think he should go with a few halberdiers here. Viper almost in. Of course, in the meantime, Viper is still going with the trebuchets to hit the TC next. And Onager is actually attacking the villages, but going down fast. And we have, a few Hussars going down, and a few Hussars, 3 of them moving in. I think that's not a big problem. The Onager will go down, and I think TaToH should re-wall this soon. But Viper is still keeping map control. Looking good for him. TaToH resources looking decent. What are you going to do? I think standard infantry might be good. Just go for champions, go for Trashina, and try to take down everything. What can you do against champions? Onagers might be okay-ish, but the champions are not the slowest unit in the game, I guess. And halberdiers are not going to do anything. Trebuchets, yeah. Monks, not really, because there's just too many champions coming up. And Viper building a lot of barracks and going for pikemen. Ah, too bad. I was hoping to see champions here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe champions is not the right option. You can see Viper again floating resources. This is just crazy. Could go for boyars even. That would be so awesome. Problem is the monks, I guess. And that castle from Viper now getting attacked. That's 2, 3 trebuchets against only 1 counter trap. And there's halberdiers taking on the trap. Castle moving down. So TaToH fighting back. That was actually Viper's third forward castle. On the right hand side, TaToH trying to get rid of Viper's forward. Moving now with a few halberdiers to try and find an entrance, but Viper not over chopping. That was close here. I guess one Onager shot and this will be fine. Viper taking that gold with 1 villager. That's a hero, definitely. He's gonna take so much gold for the Viper. Siege Ram, Atonement, and Conscription coming in from TaToH. Siege Ram is a really good idea. Still no standard infantry. I'm surprised to not see that actually. Viper still good resources. You can see 1k plus gold, 1k plus stone, and TaToH is low on gold. That's the problem. He's taking the second gold here, his main gold almost mined out. That's 300 plus, 400 left, and now he's of course going for a third gold. This villager probably is going to die. Yeah, was a hero, but in the end gave his life for the higher cause here. Castle coming from Viper on the right hand side, where TaToH is putting a TC on the extra golds. Mining camp also up, but Viper saying, no, you're not going to be able to take these golds as long as I can stop it. Siege Ram, Heavy Scorpion coming from Viper. What a strong addition. Of course, Heavy Scorpions is solving anything that you could do with champions or halberdiers. Viper now sending more villagers to get that castle up. He's gonna send the villagers to gold next, I guess. Little archer armor on the way. Maybe elite skirmishers coming in next. Possible. A few Onagers here for TaToH, and TaToH is more villagers, more military units probably here, but Viper got more military units in general. Or does Viper have the material? Yes, apparently he's winning the fight. Hussars again moving in. TaToH obviously revolved this, makes sense. And those Hussars won't come too far. Another Siege Workshop coming up here. Siege Rams by both players. Another Siege Workshop here by the Viper. And TaToH has the TC up, but it doesn't do anything. Viper actually taking the gold here with 2 mining camps, and that castle is taking on TC. So that won't stand for too long. TaToH is starving for gold, or he may be able, maybe starving for gold very soon. We don't see more Onagers, instead Siege. I think that Onager just got converted by the Viper. Yeah, there's a lot of monks here on the field actually. More halberdiers probably from TaToH, similar military numbers, but Viper going for a Siege Onager now, investing a lot again. TaToH a lot of food and wood in the bank. That's why he can go for halberdiers forever in this game. He's producing a lot of them. Maybe he even needs more barracks. And Trashina coming in from TaToH. Not sure if Viper has done that upgrade. Siege Engineers and Siege Onager upgrade. Heavy Scorpions on the field. Siege Rams on the field. Siege Onagers coming in from Viper. This is almost Celts. And we have good monks as well on the field. Very strong army combination. How do you beat this? Seeing that TaToH almost has no gold at all, 200 gold left in the bank, and like 300 to mine. That's not looking good for him. Viper also raiding that gold mine here from TaToH, so TaToH doesn't catch a break on gold here. Viper taking all the gold in the world and moving into the halberdiers on the right hand side, moving into the leads with the heavy scorpions, siege onagers and siege rams in the middle. What can you do against this? You don't have a way unless you go for onager, siege onagers yourself. Heavy scorpions in that mass, that's just too huge. Siege rams might do a little bit of trick, but there is still halberdiers in the middle in the mix, and siege onagers in the mix. So Viper full map control now. Good resources probably still for him. Let's see, 2k5 food, not so much gold, but he's alright with that. He's still taking the extra golds here, and I think this might be the final game of the series, because TaToH is in a whole lot of trouble. You can see the score difference, 3k score difference. TaToH and 150 population. That's not a population you usually want to give up, but theocracy coming from TaToH. But what can you do here? Viper is getting more and more kills with the heavy scorpions. He still has to go for all that siege. Hussars to try and raid, halberdiers to defend, of course. And TaToH is nowhere near to getting a good counterplay or attack Viper space. Theocracy soon to be finished. Does TaToH actually have monks here? I don't see too many of them. Both players with the same military numbers, but siege onagers and heavy scorpions, they're just doing so much damage. Look at this siege ram train coming in from the Viper. TaToH almost no siege rams left. Viper really strong resources right now. Enough stone for yet another cast. These population blocked, population capped, and TaToH desperately trying to get more units out. You don't want to tap out and call it GG in the grand finals here, but I guess it's not going to take for too long. Viper now doing men-at-arms, because why not? He has the gold to do that, or he will be able to get the gold actually. And you can see siege rams moving in everywhere. TaToH's base is getting destroyed. A few onagers, siege onagers dying to that, I guess, converted siege onager. Viper now doing long swords when he's sending the first men-at-arms in. And holdings also coming up. Masonry fletching for TaToH. Interesting to see. Guard tower actually. Oh, sorry, almost had to sneeze. I guess it may come very soon. Castles up for the Viper on this right-hand side. Siege rams moving to get rid of those siege workshops. We'll start to still producing a lot of siege rams, but it's not going to be able to get rid of that castle that easily. And he is trying to fight back. He's actually gaining ground again. Siege workshop coming up here. Problem is, what are you going to do against 200 swordsmen and champions now? You need siege, but onagers might do the trick. Champion upgrade coming in from the Viper. TaToH low on resources. Viper spending a lot, also low on resources. Same military numbers. Viper with a few more villagers, still gonna help him. And Viper still taking gold here. This is huge for him. He must have so much more gold than TaToH in this game. Or must have had. And we're going to see a small ceasefire before, I think, one final battle possibly. And TaToH still has hope, but TaToH must be 110% concentrated on this game. He needs to do superhuman things to actually beat the Viper here with that army composition. And we have a lot more military units for TaToH, but it's mostly trash, and the champions will go through trash like it's nothing. More siege rams here for Viper as well. Now 2 trebuchets hitting barracks, probably hitting TCs next. A lot of halberdiers coming from the right hand side, a few monks to heal. That castle might finally go down. Yes, actually TaToH getting rid of that castle, but he's calling it GG right now. Viper taking the Master Arena 5 crown here, winning the whole tournament. Up to the grand finals, he lost 1 game to Winchester, 1 single game, and now TaToH was able to take 3 games off him. Very, very strong performance here by the Viper. TaToH proving that he is a tyrant for a reason. He was able to take 3 games from Viper, made the best of 9 go 8 games long. In the end, Viper showing that he is the best on Arena, that he is the best player to adapt to any map, to any strategy, I guess. And I think he deserves to win this, because he has shown us once again that he is one of the greatest, if not the greatest player in the world. I want to say special thanks and show you that Viper winning this, TaToH second place, Stark going for number 3 with a really, really strong series against TaToH in the losers bracket finals, and 4th place going to CL. Surprising for me, but he played really well throughout the tournament. Was really nice to see him play here and be so successful on Arena. Of course, I need to mention G-Man Streams, who hosted the whole tournament, did most of the works. Was really nice to work with him on the tournament. And I hope I'm not forgetting anybody here, but there's a lot of players, and I don't know, Woobly.com is a group probably, PKC to thank, Use Patch Team Pip, China Blend Trirem, really strong with the Volado Kingdoms updates, really good. I have to thank all players for trying to sign up or for actually playing here, for donators, streamers, MEMP actually with a lot of coverage with the live streams. Of course, all viewers who enjoyed and supported this. And if I forgot to mention anybody here, I apologize. Thank you too. Hope you enjoyed my casting. Hope you enjoyed the Master Arena 5 tournament. Not sure what's coming up next. I'm thinking about hosting some arena tournament maybe, or co-hosting, but nothing is written in stone yet. So see you in the next games, see you in the next tournament games or whatsoever, and really well played by both. Better this time from TheViper. GG.